Hello, good evening, guys. Welcome back. It's Vinod back again for Footy Talk episode 13. But today we have some heated up topics, and we have an old team and some fans that we never thought of. They are here today with us. But before I go further in depth, let me bring you my co-host of the day, none other than Pua. Welcome back.
Hello.
How are you
Good
feeling?
evening. Good. Not really good
But I
after
see
what
you.
happened on Sunday.
But I see you wearing an old jersey to cheer you up by
Yeah,
Chelsea.
yeah. The defeat doesn't mean that the love fading away. So we still love the club, still behind the manager, behind the players. Yep.
Yeah, that's the way, Paul. Regardless, football's all about winning and losing. It's just about keeping the club and moving on. It's
Yep.
just a part of the game. Okay,
Yes.
guys, to those that are watching with us, as usual, I need your help. You know what's the help? Just go. You can find your YouTube page or Facebook page. Help us to like, follow, and subscribe to our page and share it out. And those who are watching, please hit the comment buttons and keep commenting in. We are on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. We hope to see you all. And well, let's move on and get the panels inside.
I'm excited, man. Very
Yes.
excited.
I mean, how long has in we started the show like 6 months ago.
Yes.
Yes, it was very easy to find. United, Liverpool, Chelsea, or Arsenal fan. Yes, even though as much as we follow these clubs, success pushed us towards
Yes.
supporting this. Yes, how
Yes.
we look at it. But we have fans from Aston
We
Villa.
always that's the idea of this show. We
Yes,
need to cover everyone if
correct.
possible, especially those rare breeds. I call it rare breeds.
And rare
Uh,
gems. These are
Rare gems.
true fans, true fanatic fans, because
Yes.
this club was an elite. Today, they may not be an elite, but the name still triggers a bell. It still creates fear, and now they seem to
Yes.
be coming back.
Yes.
Those who are watching against, you're wondering who, right? It's none other than the villains,
Aston
Aston Villa.
Villa.
First off, we bring in Hafiz.
Hey
Hi, man.
guys, hi.
Hey.
Thanks for inviting me to this show. Yeah,
Sure, sure. It's glad to have you in the show too and accepting our invite.
yep. Pleasure's all mine.
Yeah. Next up, we have Mina, and also an Aston Villa fan.
Hey
I mean,
guys, hey.
What do you see this? It's all young fans. It's not an older
Yes.
generation.
Yes. It's
So
I,
good to
football.
see
I'm
that.
not really young, but it's okay.
So that means football is not about winning. It's more than that. It's more depth.
Yes.
And let's not forget our old timer. We have Dave B back in the house.
Hi guys,
Hi,
how's everyone?
Hello.
good. Dave,
Hello.
Good,
did
good.
you just swap team? Did you decide to go to Sheffield? Did you decide to support Flag Spider? What happened?
No, I'm actually in a support for Chris Wilder for
Hmm.
ruining 5 substitutions in the Premier League. So I'm supporting
Good
him.
one. Good one. Good one.
Maybe yes. Uh, Talking about 5 substitution in Premier League. Hafiz, why not you take it
Yeah.
on? How does it feel to be a Villa fan and for Aston Villa? You guys were what? Before you got relegated in 2016, if I'm not mistaken, 26 years top flight football, never been down, but you strove, you came back, and now you're being one of the elites. How does it feel?
I think this year definitely over the moon. I think we as a Villa fan, we have faced our own ups and downs, right? I think the peak last time was during the Martin O'Neill
Yeah.
era.
Correct.
And then somehow, somewhere, he just built up the team and left us stranded. And then from there, it's go all downhill, right? We were very there, just making the numbers, should I say, in the league. But and then the relegation happens, where of course, as a Villa fan, it hit us lah. But I'm sure Mina will agree with me that we hit rock bottom. Imagine
True.
following the team with just because there is no national coverage for championship in Malaysia. So we had to follow the team updates to YouTube and Twitter, and it's very hard, man. and listening to online commentary to know what's going on with the club. But yeah, thankfully the club is taken over by good people. Got a great manager right now, building the team around the people that we wanted, and yeah, we're getting the results. We're getting the results, right?
I mean, yes. Well said, Hafiz. I mean, you guys went. I mean, there was a lot of big managers that came in also. I mean, Gerard Jose came in.
Right.
At one moment, when Steve Bruce came in, the dinosaur. But thank God you guys got rid of him quickly and got Dean Smith. I mean, Dean Smith, I think, has just done what I can say a near impossible job with Aston Villa. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. 107 games, man. Almost 48 games win. I mean, that's close to 40 to 50%.
True.
And this season, the way you guys have changed, going in for Europe now with the players, it must be over the moon. Nina, how do you feel?
Well, like Hafiz said, right? I mean, even last season we almost relegated anyway, and we fought till the last seconds. And then to see their performance now, it's really, really happy actually. To be very honest, that I can like say it loudly. Yes, Aston Villa goal and everything. Watching the TV, it's like before this is always I just follow them in Instagram. I just see the scores, and you can't see them in the TV and everything. So for now to see their performance now is just like you said, over the moon.
I mean, what changed, Hafiz, you guys? I mean, last season you guys struggled. I mean, you guys managed to get 9 wins throughout the year.
True.
But now we are only halfway through. You guys already notched in 11 wins. That's already beating last season.
Yep.
So what do you think changed? What changed? Is there anything changed back of the scene, or what was the difference with Aston Villa this year?
I think the development starts from last season where we got around 9 players out of contract, so we really had to rebuild a Premier League team from scratch. But they still have a little bit of core there. The core people like Tyrone Mings, we have Jack in the middle. Of course, we were hoping that Tom Heaton will be a fit because he's actually a very absolutely good goalkeeper to hold on the fort. But yeah,
But
we
you
got a
got
lot
Martinez. I guess that is a steal of the season.
that is the
Yes.
steal, man. I can't believe when
Steal of the
is this
season.
true or not. Is this true or not? Then we got it. Then I go, wow. I think so. Building from last season, of course, last season is all about maintaining the Premier League status lah. Because we need the TV money definitely to build up the squad, and we need at least to help getting players up to speed to the Premier League. If you look into the squad, like for example, Esli Konsa this year, Douglas Luiz, all actually last year's purchase, but are really performing this year because they already had that 1 year experience in the Premier League, and they are performing as per we were expect when we were bought them in the first place. Even Matt Target, the left back, in my personal opinion, as a Villa fan, I think he's the best left back right now in the league. Right now, is my personal opinion. Okay.
I mean, he is one of the most consistent. I mean, Villa, the thing that you guys did right signings. Your right back also, Matty Cash, is one of the most booming player.
Yes.
I mean, to be honest, I'm just puzzled at how did all the big teams.
I think the scouting team, Dean Smith's scouting team is at least something to shout about, because if I'm not mistaken, even Matty Cash last season is the only season that he first time plays right back, and instantly this guy is good. Let's bring him in, and instantly I thought, because last season we have our evergreen El Mohammadi, and and I love that guy, by the way. And so I thought our first team Predigal there, but when he came, Matty Cash came, he just blow them out of the water. He's the man right now on the right side. So you just give the balance of the, especially on the defense lah. I think that's how we start, and then from there we bring on our record signing Oli Watkins to hopefully get the goals, and thankfully get the goals now. And yeah, everything is.
I mean, because you guys signed Wesley last year, it was a flop, and Watkins came in. There was a fear that Watkins might be Wesley 2.0, but Wesley is just another revelation up front. He's playing like a true poacher, And the best part about Aston Villa's gameplay this season is you guys are not playing like a team that wants to battle relegation or going for mid-table. You guys are playing beautiful football, taking on teams, going on, not playing low back. I mean, I'm sure you guys are happy watching the game. Like you enjoy watching the game. Like
True. And I think
Definitely.
it's no longer Jack's team. Last year is only all Jack.
yeah,
Everybody must give the ball to him. Please make something happen, and hopefully things are happening. This year, he got a bit of help lah. We got Ross in the front. I think and the maturity of Bertrand Traore right now. Oh, I'm not sure how he did it, but he's for me right now he's a prolific player. A lot of pressure is off him, so he can perform better this year compared to last year, and hence the club itself is performing. Is that right, Mina? Right?
Yeah, correct. They did sign some good players this season, and that made a difference, though. It did.
True.
You can see, like you said, Matty Cash and Martinez. I mean, I was looking and then I was like, wow, Martinez really can save. It's been a while since I saw a keeper in Aston Villa team, actually.
Who
Where
actually
was he
grabs the
hiding?
ball, right? Who actually grabs the
Yeah,
ball?
actually he can. That's the thing. It was
Martinez.
So you gotta
Martinez.
thank you gotta thank Arsenal for that.
Martinez at the moment not only saving Aston Villa, he also saving all the fantasy football players.
Exactly.
Literally everyone owning him as the goalkeeper in their team.
I've been
Wow.
having him from the game week 1.
Okay.
Even though
Yes.
I don't know, he's just giving me points.
His debut
I
is
was,
penalty save, on his debut. So I think that's
Yes.
already the bar. This guy is the real deal.
yeah, he's a real deal. That's the right word, Hafiz. I mean, he came in. Everyone was very skeptical because of the price tag on him that he signed on as a backup keeper when he was in Arsenal.
Hmm.
And he saved the penalty. I think that got his confidence growing. And
Yep.
after that,
Yep.
he was just rock solid. I mean, with your defense, I mean, you had Gonjan Engels and those guys, but now with Konsa, Mings, Target, and Cash, that's a solid backline.
True.
In front of that, you got McGinn and Douglas Lewis.
True. If you look at the team right now, even though we are playing two defensive midfielder and actually the same back four for the whole season, except one or two games where a couple of injuries. I think the solidity of the back helps the team especially the offensive team to push forward and just play with confidence. I think personally I'm amazed how the development of Konsa last year, because last year Konsa is just I call it a Carling Cup player at that level. I mean, when there's a Carling Cup or FA Cup, he'll be playing, but not the league. Engels will be the one who Engels and Mink should supposedly the initial back four and the back centre back lah. But this year he got the number 4. I think this will really give him enough faith in him, and he works really well with Mings. And I think the idea is right now is the idea of Dean is he wanted to create the team that is balanced. If you look in the whole squad, we got right wing, Bertrand Traore, a left footer that can cut inside, and Matty Cash can overlap. On the left wing, we got Jack that can cut inside, and
Target.
Target can overlap.
Yes.
The two defensive midfielder, one is a left footer, one is a right footer. Two center defender is a right footer and a right. So the balance is there to create any place that you think you're looking
And
for.
you have backup on your. I mean, you have depth. To be honest, you have Trezeguet, and El Ghazi suddenly at one time was just saving you all from nowhere.
December.
December.
Hey, I mean, it's really good. I mean, guys, let's just jump to the comment section. I mean, it's buzzing over here. We have Yaze, Selena watching. Yaze, thanks for watching the show, UTV. I guess all the Aston Villa guys are out.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
Shankar, so thanks for watching, Shankar. Hi, Aston Villa fans. Again, Shalin comes in. Selena, thanks for watching the show. Wow, Dave, you look unrecognizable. Dave, there.
Seriously?
Selena, thanks for watching the show. He's the founder of the show, Up the Villa. UTV, great to see Villa fans on the show. Yes, I mean, I still need to say thank you to Hafiz and Mina for accepting our invite to come to the show. Serena,
Correct.
shout out to female speaker Mina, female logs. Oh, female power is going on. Go
Yeah.
good. We are Aston
Thank you.
Villa.
Thank you.
Yes, guys, Aston Villa.
Wow.
Justnish. Villa along with Leeds have been my must-see teams. A lot of exciting teams. Players like Jack Grealish, Watkins. Who's AEG? Huh?
El Ghazi, Anwar El Ghazi.
Oh, El
Ghazi.
Ghazi.
I know
Cash.
Ghazi.
Plus new addition of Sanson. Yes, Sanson we should touch. I'll be going there soon.
Morgan
As it
Sanson.
reminds me 3 years ago, going around internet to find live matches. This time, Villa with local manager and local captain. Yes, I mean, I can understand the frustration. I mean, even to watch Carling Cup, we can't watch now. We feel that damn, have to find. And you guys, it wasn't easy, and you were dependent on sources to even to know the update.
True.
Yeah, correct.
Sina got some difference. Second name Grealish, check the man. Prakash, thanks for watching the show, Prakash. Wow, you got a fan here.
Wow.
Wow.
Kishan. Oh, Kishan is here. Kishan says, Grealish, you can do quality, please take it. Hafiz, yes,
Speaking
Hafiz.
about it, speaking about Grealish, I have a question to
Sure.
the Villa fans here. Will Grealish stay beyond this season? Regardless where's the position Villa gonna finish this season, because we all thought he gonna leave last season after escaping the relegation. We all thought that big clubs like Man United were interested, but when the price tag was set as 80 million, probably they back off. But at the moment, with how Jack Grealish playing in the league, one of my favorite player to watch. He's elegant to watch. Such a stylish, elegant footballer. I would love to have him in Liverpool colours. I'm very sure United would be interested. The big clubs will come in this summer. What you guys think? Will he stay? Because Villa is his boyhood club. He's a local guy. Villa is a decent team. They look really strong, actually.
Yeah.
Capable of finishing top 7 in my opinion this season. So what you guys think? Mina and
Hafiz,
Hafiz.
I mean, to add on to Pua's question, do you think he's going to pull off a Madrid this year? I mean, the last breed that we saw staying at one club, a local boy, all out.
Yeah.
Is he going to pull on that?
Maybe Mida can start before I ramble.
I mean, as a fan, seeing him and then seeing how he plays, I'm pretty sure many teams are interested in him. But I hope. I mean, I kind of think that maybe he might stay with how Arsenal is performing now, and hopefully he doesn't go. That's all I can say. Actually, it's actually a hope, but I know behind my mind that there are teams that willing to offer us to get him to their team. So for me, in my opinion, I hope he stays in his home club and continue because I think that maybe Australia can come to top. Mine top 5.
Champions League.
So and maybe like
Champions League.
top 4. So maybe
Can. It's open
No worries,
doors.
Hafiz. No worries.
Yes.
At this rate, how Liverpool playing, you guys can overtake us.
And how United is conceding goals,
so
no issues. They concede Champions League too. Just go and grab it. Go all out.
that's why maybe Hafiz can take over.
Sure. Thanks, Mina. Before the start of the season, actually, there is still that fear of him leaving. Actually, at the end of last season, after the final whistle against West Ham, personally, I've already assumed he will leave. That's my consensus lah. I'm actually it's already that it's okay lah. I think it's time for him to move on because he can't with that level of caliber. He can't play for a team like battling 16 and 17 every year. It's not the place for him to showcase his talent. And usually we know that England manager will always somehow prefer people or players who are already in the upper tier, the top 10, top 9 teams, and they're going to pick the players from there. So I think when he got the sit down with the I think the owners, and the owner give him I'm not sure what did they tell him. He signed the dotted line for another 5 years. I think that's a sign of a good things to come for Aston Villa, number one, because I think we have a plan. We are not only just wanted to buy the best players, but if you look into the club as a whole, we are improving our academy. We just showcased our 18-year-old kids versus Liverpool last time, and we got a lead with our youngster Louis Berry. So I mean, there's a plan there. But personally, I know if he will leave. This is my personal opinion. He will leave, but not this season. Give couple of seasons to get the team going, and then perhaps I think he's more suited for Spanish league rather than another English club. I think because he loved Villa too much to fight against Villa. This is my personal opinion lah. Perhaps a bit from Real Madrid, I'm okay.
But yes, he has the dazzling skill that will suit La Liga, to be honest. He has the fancy footworks that where you're doing La Liga, there's space for you to move around. That boy will be a charm there. We never know. But it's been some time. It's a hoodoo, so we don't see much English player doing well there. So let's hope Jack goes and doesn't do the norm just being in England, goes out and be one of the world's best beater there.
I think this year's Euros is going to decide where he's going to stand. If he were to be selected, and perhaps, God willingly, Southgate starts him for the actual tournament.
He will.
He's talking
Grealish will
about
start.
Euros and Southgate. There is a comment here from Justin talking about the backline, your backline being the starting defense for England.
There's a shout lah. But right now, England are blessed with good defenders. To be frank lah, you got Matt Cody on the right hand side, right back. So many right back right now.
Yes.
Kieran Trippier, the MANCITY.
They have ample of right backs.
Ample, but
right backs ample.
But what I enjoy to see Villa is right now Villa has an identity. It means English backline. Usually Englishmen are what we call proud people in a way. So for them to have a good defender is actually a quite common thing. So for us to have that back four all English, this sets a tone. And even right now, even our main man Oli Watkins is also a young Englishman. I for something greater, and right now definitely performing. I'm not sure how he did it.
Do you think Hafiz?
Yeah,
Oli Watkins is the next Dwight York.
I hope he's the next Jamie Vardy, because I think he comes from a similar background. Lower league, and then goes up. He's an Exeter, was a couple of years ago, just playing the Exeter, and then go to Brentford from a left winger to become a striker. Last year, his first time become striker. Then he purchased him. Initially, I thought he's going to come here as a left winger and to put Jack in the middle. But apparently, Dean said, "You are our main man right now. Lead line, and we can really show what he can do up front alone."
Yeah, Hafiz and Mina, there's a question here from Kishan. What makes you a Villa fan? There's so many bigger clubs out there, but why you choose Aston Villa? Hafiz?
Good question.
Good question.
Yeah.
There's only one Villa. There's only one Villa in the whole league. It's okay. Yes. I think personally, because in my personal my experience, I started to follow Villa in 1997 when I was sent to a boarding school in Perak. So during that time, to help me ease through the day, because usually during boarding school I only allowed to go out once a week and on Saturday. And during that time, my friend teach me how to play Championship Manager. So during that time, I wanted to select the team. There's a lot of names. Of course, I've heard of Manchester United before, Arsenal, but I think, what is this Villa thing? So I try it out, and I'm hooked until today. So I think that's the starting point, because I think the Aston Villa has been a club that, in my personal opinion, cherished with good youngsters. It means when I grow up, I see the development of Lee Henry. This guy, and then subsequently Darius Vassell, Gareth Barry. So players who actually start from the academy and then flourish. So I like to see it. And even my favorite player during growing up is actually Ashley Young, and then I see his development from Watford coming to Villa and then flourishing in Manchester United right now playing well, also in Inter Milan, and I think that's the thing that I like the most about the club, because I think they have that DNA of developing youngsters to become superstar. But of course, in like 5 to 6 seasons back, it's not happening. The only reputable youngsters who are successful is actually perhaps Agmon Lahore. And I love him to bits because I think he's been there for the whole of his career and always score against Birmingham, which makes me smile. he can be have a drought for the whole season, but when you find Birmingham, he will score. So I think that's a sign of a legend. So I think that the DNA right now is still there. Means we can see Jack Grealish leading the team, former academy graduates, and Dean Smith right now are injecting youngsters like Jacob Ramsey right now, getting shout in the first team. So I think I like it. I can see the DNA is back, and that's what I love about the club in the first place.
DNA. I mean, yes, we have one here from Yazzie also. Watson, Hugo Hiago, Alan Southgate. I mean, could be like how Justin said earlier, Matty Cash and the gang is the 2.0 version of this. Maybe, what about you? What made you go into Aston Villa?
Actually, it's a funny story. When you're young and then your brothers play games, and then the PC games can play multiplayer, and then they will choose Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Arsenal. But when the first starting is Arsenal, and then the next one is Aston Villa. So when they give me the team, they always give me Aston Villa. They don't give me Arsenal.
yeah.
And I don't know what is the difference. I just play and I always lose, and I'm like, then that's how actually I started to like the club. Started from PC games, and then when they play in the TV, I watch. And then another thing, I don't see Aston Villa fans, so there's no like hoo ha everywhere. So I just watch the game, and then I think when I started watching, Dublin was playing. When I started to watch, it was Dublin, I think. Then I slowly, like Hafiz said, Ashley Young, Akban Lahore, and all that, saw them. That's how I think I like the club because it's peaceful. Okay, we can say it that way.
Peaceful. DNA. I mean, very interesting story, Mina, on how you supported the club.
And we got a very nice looking stadium. I think Villa Park front stairs looks amazing in my personal opinion.
And Villa Park, always involved in FA Cup semi-finals. One of the ground.
Villa Park
I've been there.
Stadiums.
Yep.
I've been there.
How is it?
I've been to Villa Park.
Oh yeah.
I've been to Villa Park. It's actually in Birmingham. If you guys have a chance to go to Birmingham, St. Andrews and Villa Park is not far away from each other. You can get a good food kebab. You should go for it. There's good sausages. The people are actually very friendly. Villa Park is an extraordinary ground to watch football. So if you guys had a chance, please go.
That's nice.
One
day. Maybe we go together.
Definitely
after COVID finish.
Yeah.
Definitely want to go and visit. Definitely.
Mina, you have some comments here from Sina. Alamak, Mina, is that the case? I should support Kasima and Plus. Because that time when I play Kishan Badan. Shalin, thanks for watching the show, mate. Good one, Mina. Good vibes.
Yeah.
Jason Sudesan. Thanks for watching the show, mate. Thank God you Villa fans didn't support ideas Man United. It's never peaceful.
War every year.
Yeah. Nice one, Aston. Mina elbow cuff. Oh, Mina, you are rocking the show. The Villa guys, you guys are rocking it. I mean, Hafiz and Mina, one last thing. Justin has gone on and said, did Smith might replace Southgate?
No, to be honest, the transformation that Aston Villa had from a relegation team who almost went down to the championship last season, and the transformation that they had, the gem they actually had in the team is Dean Smith. He actually had the same blueprint that he actually brought from Brentford into Aston Villa, and he actually deployed that, and he used it in a very effective manner. and I think Villa had a very good recruitment team, and they actually found some gems around the world football, and they actually look like from a relegation team to a European contender right now.
True.
Yeah.
I,
Yes, Hafiz.
no, I still remember when we first come back to Premier League, winning after winning the playoff, second time trying. Uh, all fans only wanted that number 17. As long as we survive, we are okay. And
Yeah.
I'm sure we hope for the end we get what we want. But
I mean, but Dean Smith also came a bit of a pressure, right, for that, because you guys spent almost 120 million, if I'm not mistaken,
right,
and 120 or 160, I can't recall, but it was the pressure was Fulham did the same thing a year before and they got relegated.
and
So
the team
questions
was
were trying to Dean Smith,
something like that.
yeah, why are you spending on players then? But he put it off on second half, and this season with his spendings, like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to watch a Villa game, and you guys just beat Arsenal.
Yep.
What
Twice.
else to ask?
First
Back
in the Villa history and
Twice.
also the history.
Yeah, they did double over Arsenal.
yes,
Yeah.
They did double over Arsenal.
So perhaps Villa is the next Arsenal bogey team. Last year we won against them at Emirates. We won them again this year. So
Yeah.
they should be scared whenever they fought Aston Villa. So Mina, don't worry. Whenever Arsenal versus your friend asks you to play Aston Villa, we will definitely beat Arsenal, whether virtual or actual game.
no, we hope you replace them and be back where you guys are traditional European winners. You guys were there. I mean, traditional team, you go back 10, Aston Villa is a big name.
True.
Seeing y'all fighting top notch week in, week out, being in the top half of the table, I think is what all football neutral fans want. See,
Yeah.
Poe are still mesmerized by you and Mina, I think. He's been quiet, just watching.
No, I respect Aston Villa as a club. You know, they are one of the founding member of English Football League. They are one of the founding member of Premier League. I think alongside Everton, if not mistaken, they played the league more season than anyone. I think Everton holds the record. I think the second, if not mistaken, should be Aston Villa. And they also won the European Cup. Only 5 English club has done it. Alongside United, Liverpool, Forest, and Chelsea.
1982.
Yep, 1982. Yeah, in a way, it's a shame that they didn't carry after that 1982 success. By right, those days in the 80s, if you had won the European Cup, because Liverpool has won it in 81, and then they done it. Villa won it right after that. The
I mean,
season
I
after
guess
Liverpool.
that time Villa is the only team to win the European Cup and then the Super Cup, and also they went to win the Intertoto Cup. So
Correct.
it was the first to be done.
Yes. So they are proper football club. They are traditional club. So last 2 seasons back when they were playing Derby County in the championship playoff, I was supporting them. I really wanted them to go up and to come back to Premier League. And it's so good to see that they're doing well. Almost relegated last season. And yeah, I think I have watched every single Villa game this season.
Nice.
Mainly because probably the only game I never enjoyed is the 7-2 thrashing of Liverpool. Thank you for thrashing us.
It's a wake up call, right? It's a wake up call.
Thank you. Welcome.
So yeah, good luck to you guys. I really hope you guys finish top 7. I think you guys deserve to finish top 7.
Yep. They do.
We are dreaming that as well. Initially, we thought we can only do 14, 13 this year. But right now, you know, we're getting more hungry. We're getting more hungry with the performance we're giving in. Yeah.
Hafiz, just say you guys get a top 8. Who you think that, which position you guys think that you all should strengthen next year?
Strengthen, yeah.
I think the middle of the park, I think is very congested right now. But I think we won't be changing anything on the middle, means the center midfield. I don't think so. But I think attacking midfield role is right now the area that I think we should look into. The one who can support our main man lah. Because right now Ross Barkley is alone. Not sure whether Chelsea will pump how many millions if they were.
You think they should go just if he just have a quota, even I have to, if I'm given 40,000 million budget, if if Buckley fits my puzzle, should they just go and buy Buckley or spend it, not wasting on Buckley?
No.
I think because I remember when Buckley came in and there's a rumor about there's another agent that's responsible who makes Buckley come to Villa, and that agent is actually Jack Grealish. Means he's his buddy.
Yes. Grealish is the one that spoke to him.
Ask him, come to Villa, come on. And then after we won, I think against Fulham, that makes him okay. I sign for Villa. So I think Dean wanted to build a team around Jack. So if Ross is doing well and he can work well with Jack, good understanding, Jack, Ross and Oli up front, we will buy him at 40 million. I think because we get the money, we got the owner, and I think we are almost debt free. So we got no problem during this COVID period. We can buy whatever the person that we want as long as they fit in our system. I think that's the key. They're fitting in our system. I think that is proven when we fought Arsenal last time. The game plan was hit early, and I think Dean intentionally put Nakamba as just sit there, disturb everything in the middle, and so because he fits in the system. I think the system plays a role in how we play, and I think players like Jack and above are flourishing due to that system. So if it fits the bill, 40 million. It's very huge signing. England international, by the way. For me, it's very quality player lah. But if they work with Jack, I think it's all for it.
That's nice. I mean, we are almost end to our first segment here. Before that, I'm going to run for a quick comments here. Shale Gosang, congrats. Hafiz, the star, the one and only Aston Villa diehard fan that I know about. I can see when you are all about Villa, and it's nice to see that from a young chap.
Yep.
From Mina too here. Majid Villa number one supporter, future king of England. Yes, we want to agree. Mina's story very funny, but I agree that she say very peaceful. But I guess it's not as funny as Asin's story, like Selina. So, guys, I mean, it's great having you guys. We have to move on to the second segment, but then before, any last word?
For all Villa fans out there, it's time for us to be seen. You need to find us. I know you can.
Yes.
It's time for us to be seen, man. Up the Villa.
I thought I was alone.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Up the Villa.
I mean, yes, to all Villa fans, just buzz us, let us know. I mean, Hafiz, you guys have a club, right? Called Aston Villa Supporter Malaysia, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Just ping Hafiz, get in, make yourself heard. We hope to see you all more often in the group and in the show back. Just let us know, and nice having you both.
Yep. Thanks for
Thank you,
A pleasure.
Hafiz.
It's absolute pleasure to have both of you.
Yep.
Thank you, Hafiz. Thank you, Minan. Thanks, everyone who's watching. I mean,
Thanks, Mina. Thanks, Hafiz.
I'm just going to do a quick one. Get all your friends to like our page and follow us.
Sure.
Thanks, Hafiz, again. Thanks, Mina, again. See you all soon.
Okay, thanks everybody. All right, bye.
Alright. Oh, poor Dave.
Oh.
Such an interesting story. I mean,
I wish the Villa topic go on for another 20 minutes, but we have to move on to the second segment.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's go to the next one.
Fine. Okay, guys. To those, everyone there, we have done with Villa. But now I think the most hottest topic in the town is Thomas Tuchel coming back, and we all thought sacking Lampard was crazy, but Tuchel seems to be doing some magic. Chelsea are performing back, and we have with us none other than Mr. Mohan here, supporter of Chelsea since 1960s.
Hello,
Nice having
everyone.
you.
Hi, Mohan.
Hi, Henry.
Yes.
Hi, Dave.
And we also have another superstar here, Josiah from Leeds United Supporters Club Malaysia.
Hey guys,
Nice.
what's up, man?
Vinod,
Yes.
I wonder why we always pairing Chelsea and Leeds fans lah.
Yes.
It happened last time as well.
Yeah,
It
that's-
just happens. I think somehow
It just
there's a
happened.
connection. There's a connectivity.
Right.
just for your information, I think you got a big Aston Villa fan in the form of the head of Astro Super Sports.
Yes.
Yes.
He's a big Villa fan.
Yeah.
The plan is to invite him one day if possible. I
Yeah.
don't know whether it's possible or not. We will try.
I
Yeah.
hope he's watching. If you are watching, we hope to have you on the show. I
Yep.
mean, yeah. I mean, these are the clubs that we would love to have. I mean, their stories is more remarkable. I mean, how we heard how Hafiz and Mina supported the club. I mean, who knew?
Absolutely.
One supported from playing computer games, one from championship manager, and here they are as diehard fans. I mean, that it's. I mean, that's those are real fans. I mean, they strive. That is, they are not just motivated by winning titles or it's just not winning. They are true fans who stick by the club, think hard and low. I mean, Mohan, how is it feeling now with Tuchel coming back and he's being on form? They call him the tactical genius, the tactical nerd. Is he one?
Honestly, I think he's got the element of luck riding with him. I don't
Mm-hmm.
see difference in the style of play. They are not as exciting as I expect them to be. Like the last game against Sheffield United, the last they played without out and out centre forward, and they were hardly doing anything in the last quarter of the game. And it's been the same with Spurs. They ran over Spurs the first half, second half. Spurs dominant side, and I don't know, and by some good fortune, Marcus Alonso has won the goal of the month for January for his goal against Burnley.
Yep.
So I don't. But in terms of exciting play, they are grinding out results. All the results have been really hard.
I
So
guess we lost.
and I would win. And in term and he has shown tremendous. He is I would say the foremost player who has benefited the most from Tuchel. Lampard was hardly playing him, and now he's come on so strong. Good to see that. And then you have
I mean,
Kai Havertz, who just not having a look in at all. And even Timo, he may have influenced the 2 goals against Sheffield United, but as a forward, you need to score goals. And if you're somehow,
Yep.
I still see lacking in confidence. It's so different from the game against Southampton when he was absolutely in his element. Scored the first 2 goals and he was absolutely mind blowing. But now he seems so he missed a penalty, and I only hope he comes good pretty soon. Barnsley will be a good match to play him and see how he comes along.
but we have a comment here from Justin who mentioned that at least Werner is doing something now, which is like winning penalties. And I mean, we did not
But
see that part of him for some time.
but that penalty, I think, is rather subjective. As to it depends on the angle you had actually looked at it. But even the referee didn't give it at first instance.
Yes.
And
Yes.
there were complaints only then he stop play and go. And that's what I don't like about VAR. Disruption of play is it's bad for the flow of the game. What they should do is they should take a leaf from how cricket is played. Every team is given 3 referrals if it's a test match. So the onus must be on the team to ask for a referral. If they win the referral, they retain the referral. If by the referee stopping the game, you are disrupting the flow of the game and it's not good.
Yeah, I mean, if we go to VL, I know Dave, we go all on it. What, Josiah, what about you? Do you think that, do you agree with what Mohan has just mentioned?
I might have a bit of a different opinion. I feel, first of all, Tuchel should have. I mean, he's not in for preseason and he didn't have the squad from the start. But I guess for the past few games, I noticed there's slight changes in Chelsea's defensive, especially with the wing backs coming up on your left and right. And This is something that we didn't see from Lampard often. So a bit more stability when it comes to the defense, which I noticed. And I feel he will turn Chelsea to someone that is going to be a force because of the fact that I seen the way that he's doing his tacticals, picking each weekend matches to concentrate on one particular day. So he's grinding the results, yes. Not conceding at this current moment compared to what Lampard used to be, yes. So these are the positives that I feel that he has brought into the team. Plus, Rodiger, Werner, Havertz are Germans, and I guess that might help them a little bit to get back the form. I do agree with Mr. Mohan on Werner should be scoring goals because of the tagline that he has brought from Germany. But I guess if you ask me, in my opinion, yes, there is a bit of a positivity in Chelsea.
I mean, what do you think about question here? Justin mentioned that Tuchel is using more experienced players like Alonso, Aziz, and then Jorginho. Even Rudiger is getting game time back.
Yep.
Compared, Lampard was more on the youngsters. So, has this been beneficial to him, or it was a right choice to do?
I think that has given a greater balance to the team. And of all of them, for me, the most impressive has been Aspi. In the way he scored the first goal against Burnley, he ran the full length of the pitch and he smashed the ball to perfection. I'm not too impressed with Jorginho, though, because I can tell you, you can hardly see him play a forward ball. Most of the time, it's to the back. Same thing with Marcus Alonso as well. While Chilwell was more adventurous, he used to push forward. He could dribble well, but the second coming of Marcus Alonso, I see him much more offensive. So there is some, I see some positivity there. But for me, Aspi has been a revelation since, and I always has this in my thought that Frank Lampard was wrong in not playing Aspi. For me, he is only 30 years old. And for me, he has been the backbone of Chelsea for the last 6-7 years since he came. And he's been a truly good servant to Chelsea.
Yeah.
What I would like to see is some changes in the defense, the midfield. Kovacic is a must in midfield. So I'd like to see Gilmore given a bit more playing time. I think if you all have seen more in some of the matches, he absolutely bosses things around. Wonderful to see him play.
I mean, yeah, Gilmore's a young talent. I mean, he played very well, but not much trust or game time is given to him.
Exactly. But the issue is he has been injured, I think, over the last 5 months. He is only back from injury lately. And when they played him the other day in the FA Cup, he was bossing things around. He was at the center of moving, and he is much more adventurous compared to Jorginho. Jorginho plays to his experience, but the thing is, he's not adventurous enough. He's not a man who can actually set the pace of the game. But Billy is one who can actually set the tone of the game and keep things going.
I mean, Dave, do you agree with that?
No, I've got a contradicting opinion compared to what Joshua and Mohan had. Sorry for that, but I look at it in a different way. It's Timo who's actually shines at the moment, despite not scoring. His numbers are quite impressive actually. Timo has created like 4 chances so far in under Thomas Tuchel. I mean, all of these chances were created in the left channel where with Giroud or Tammy up front. I could go on with Timo's stats actually. I have something interesting here. Timo also has the highest number of crosses of any forwards in the league since Tuchel took over. And these numbers are actually great considering he only played 255 minutes compared to 360 by Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Watkins, comparing to other strikers who's on form. I mean, the numbers don't lie. It is clear that Timo is actually more than just a goal scorer now. I mean, Thomas Tuchel is actually slowly unlocking his attacking potential, and the goals are actually coming. I mean, I'm sure you guys will actually agree. I mean, especially Mohan. But I've also seen um, um, Timo Werner right where he played in Bundesliga with Leipzig. Um Probably Thomas Tuchel had the idea when he was in Dortmund watching Timo Werner. He knew that Julian Nagelsmann actually used him on the left, on the right, and from the center. And he actually played in all these three positions. I mean, if you have seen Thomas, who's that? Timo Werner played in Bundesliga. So I think Thomas Tuchel has the capability and he has the idea how to unlock Timo Werner. I mean, it's going to come. It's going to come, but you just have to give him more time. Let him get used to how Thomas Tuchel wants to deploy his footballing philosophy into the pitch, and actually, I think it will be fruitful in near future.
Right, that's. I mean, wow. Do you think so?
I think the target for Tuchel this season is all about finishing top four. I don't think he care about how his team plays at this moment. Grinding out the result is what matters right now. And they are only trailing Liverpool by 1 point now. That's
Yep.
how crazy it is. At one
Yep.
point, Liverpool were leading by 7 or 8 points, if not mistaken, from Chelsea. But now the gap is only 1 point, and given the current momentum at the moment, Chelsea have the upper hand, and I think the coming fixtures is being kind for Chelsea as well. I think it's winnable on the paper, on current form, and I think Tuchel's idea of changing from back four to back three and play the wing back
Is
gameplay in a way worked. I think at some point I do agree that Chelsea have so many players at the moment, and it's so difficult to play and to select the first 11. Uh, Everybody knows Ben Chilwell deserves to play in any team at the moment. I think he were leading that left back position, and Alonso no way seen. I think the last he played was few months back before Tuchel started him against Burnley. Same goes to Aspilicueta. And as what Brother Mohan just now said, the first goal under Thomas Tuchel era, what a goal by Aspilicueta. I think it pretty much summarized what Tuchel going to do, and that's how Chelsea gonna shape up under Tuchel. I think Silva, Rudiger, Zuma as the centre backs, Aspi, Alonso. I think Chilwell has to play second fiddle, sadly, because he deserves to play as a first 11 player. But I think the wing back position suits Alonso more compared to Chilwell. We all have to agree that. Um, and regarding Timo Werner, I think I will judge him next season. I think, as what Dave B said, uh, we tend to overlook certain stats in football, like chances creation, crosses. But yes, sadly, end of the day, we judge a striker or forward based on the goals they score. Because Chelsea have paid a lot also to get Timo Werner. So I will judge him next season. But I think as long Chelsea keep on winning and finish top four this season, and I believe they're still in FA Cup. I think Tuchel would be targeting to win that FA Cup for sure. Let's say they finish top four and win FA Cup. It's a brilliant season for them. For me, it's a
Yep.
brilliant season. Looking how things were for them for the first four months, it's been up and down for them. Lampard was struggling when it comes to his starting 11. He couldn't get the best out of Havertz, Werner, players like this. So yeah, I'm actually happy for Chelsea fans at the moment. As much I hate Chelsea for having that habit of sacking managers, but we all have to agree that despite sacking manager for the last 10 to 15 years, They somehow delivers. Whoever comes in, they win something. I
Yep.
remember like 2 seasons back, I was having a conversation with a Chelsea fan who was so down because at the moment Chelsea were having some issues. I said to him, "Don't worry, Chelsea will win. Will win somehow. They will win something end of the season." And I think that season they end up winning FA Cup. I'm not so sure, but that's what Chelsea is all about. They are the most successful club for the past decade in terms of trophies, despite sacking managers. Roberto Di Matteo won the European Cup, they sacked him. Antonio Conte won the league and FA Cup, they sacked him. The list goes on. The list goes on. But they keep on delivering the all important trophies. The all important end of the day is a silverware. I think that's what Mr. Abramovich is all about. He's is is not soft when it comes to this. I don't think he's showing any mercy to managers, any emotion. It's no emotional connection right there. If you see stuff like this in Liverpool, there's a lot of emotions. Trust me. For the run Jurgen Klopp is going through at the moment, the run of form. At one point, he was winless in 4 league matches, and now three back-to-back home defeats for the first time after almost 40 years. Trust me, if it was Chelsea, they would have sacked Jurgen Klopp. It's a different football club with different emotions. I don't blame that. As much I hate the culture and habit of sacking managers, but I think at the moment they got the right man because there is not many available at the moment. Top managers at the moment at the European football. I think they got their man. I think top four very much possible for them. I don't know who gonna miss. Probably Leicester. Probably Leicester. Like last season, they were in the contention to finish top four, but they
Top
dropped
four.
massively.
Let's
Leicester.
see.
Yep.
Top four now.
Leicester.
Second, United 45, third, Leicester 43, Liverpool 40, Chelsea 39, West Ham
Yeah.
39.
It's close. It's very close.
The two people that I can see the highly likely to drop out is United and Leicester City.
We know United is second in the league. You tend to forget certain things. Don't have to be too harsh to your team, okay? They still will finish top four, I think.
United is 45 points, Leicester is 43 points.
Yes.
If United play the way they played against Everton, then it's likely. So if you don't play that, then... So for now, let's go with what at present moment that we see. These are the two teams that looks option to drop. But yeah, top four, I guess now it's too soon to say for anyone because till it comes to March, that's when I think the season will shape up to be more it will shape up to be more clear on who's going to finish top. Because for now, the gap is too, I mean, anyone drops 2 games,
Too close.
game open. It's
So,
too close.
Brother Mohan, what do you think? The top four is possible for Chelsea.
I think that's the target. As far as I'm concerned, that's the target. Because as far as Abramovich is concerned, Chelsea must be in the Champions League every year. And it's such a money spinner. The so-called Big Six are always fighting for that spot. And as I see it, it's still very, maybe spots 2, 3, and 4 are going to be very open. There is also Everton in the mix because they've got 2 games in hand. They win the 2 games in hand, they will almost be on par with United as well.
Yes.
And I wouldn't write off Everton under Ancelotti. Ancelotti is quite a calculative and an excellent manager. He's won everything in his lifetime. He knows how to do things. He one season at Chelsea and he won the double.
Yes.
So I would say spots 2, 3, and 4 still up in the air.
Yeah,
It all depends on how well some of the teams can put a winning run together.
Yeah, I mean, yes, correct. Champions League spots, I feel, is still too open to be called on because the gap is too close. I mean, February and March, many of these teams are playing against each other. So then I think we will have a clear direction. But we have a question from Jasnesh here. He's asking your early preview on the Atletico game. Are you confident that the formation deployed by Thomas Tuchel can break them down? Because if Abramovich is looking at Champions League qualifying, I'm sure he will be hoping the mission to Tuchel will be simple: go all out in the Champions League game.
I'm actually looking at the experience of Tuchel last season when he took PSG to the Champions League final. And I'm sure he will be doing his homework with regards to Champions League and Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid are runaway leaders in La Liga, but it's more so because Real Madrid and Barcelona are floundering terribly this season. So I will believe that Tuchel will have an ace or two up his sleeve when it comes to Atletico Madrid. And it's during that period, and I see that race for the Champions League spots is going to be crucial. Playing in Champions League, playing in Europe and in the league will take a toll on many teams. Many of the teams aspiring to be in the top four. It's crucial during that time.
All right, yeah. Josiah, what about you? I mean, if given a choice, who do you think will be in top four?
Yeah.
I probably agree with Bhuvanesh on this because of Chelsea. I believe they will be definitely in top four. I don't know about you. We're not saying Manchester not going to be on top four, but I guess they will pull it through as well. It will be interesting to see if Leicester can be there. I believe in total
Josiah,
securement, Manchester
wait, wait.
City.
You see, you told Chelsea might do it, United might do it, City are almost there. If Leicester do, are you telling Liverpool going to miss out?
No, no,
See,
I
and
said
there's four
Leicester.
spots, huh?
I said Leicester might not be there, but Liverpool will be there for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So the four that I wanted to summarize just now is Man City, Liverpool, Manchester, and Chelsea. This is the top four that I feel will be there at the end of the season.
Nice. I mean, I do want the big teams to go, but I don't know why. As a football fan, I kind of hoping that West Ham or Leicester, someone just pulls an upset and be
Maybe a Leeds as well.
Everton.
here. It's
I think Everton
Everton.
capable of doing it. I agree with Mohan, brother Mohan there.
Yep.
If I choose one club to break the traditional top four, the big clubs, I think Everton capable of doing that.
Yes, I mean, and Everton is taking on City soon, so
Yeah.
we might see that. So let's see how it goes. But now, since we are talking about City, just going to run through comment quickly. Josiah, there's one from Sena here. Josiah, give me that look because I said you guys should finish top 9 and still strong possibility. Top class leads are back and here to stay. March on together. Yeah, you guys are playing well. We're going there. Let's hope Chelsea gets back their groove and they go all the way. But let's talk about City. Are they the runaway champion? Is the title already decided? I mean, because they are already on 50 points, 5 points ahead than United with one game in hand. Assuming they win their game in hand, 8 points. And come February is their toughest fixtures. They are taking on the likes of Everton, West Ham, Spurs, then Arsenal.
Do not
Then
forget the Champions League.
yeah,
They have a away and home
home
game as well.
Champions League.
Mönchengladbach, not an easy game.
Not an easy game. It's going to be a
That's
very physical competition between City and them.
Dave, what do you think? February, it looks like a make or break month for City. We have seen the past many clubs fail there. Arsenal, I mean to be exact, lah. They be riding top, holding the league. Come February, fixtures fill up, they scramble and open back the league. Are we going to see the same thing?
I try my best not to talk about Liverpool every day, but I really do. But every day there's just so much of things that I disagree that needs to be addressing. I mean, from pundits to writers to fans. But Manchester City is just pulling away, man. They are just pulling away on a record-breaking run. They are just on a record-breaking run, consecutive wins. They have a very unique team. They arguably the most difficult. I mean, this is the most arguably difficult season like that we could actually corner, but there's nothing much to speculate. But they have pretty much everything that works for them at the moment. They scoring goals, they're winning games, and they are scoring for fun. They don't even need Kevin De Bruyne or Sergio Aguero in the team, and they have all uh, um, the resources to actually pull away a title-winning season. But this is March. This is February. Sorry, this is February. But with 10 points now and ahead of the top three. Top three and top four. They are 10 points away from Liverpool, 8 from United. It is for me. It's still close. If they can put up actually in the next five, if they have 15 points in the bag, then coming into the 30th match of the season, if they still have 15 points lead, then it's actually over. It's over. It's City's title to lose, but I think top four, there will be teams like Leicester, Chelsea, Liverpool, even Spurs. If they may, even Everton will actually try to pull out a surprise. Like you said, you wanted to see Aston Villa and West Ham. Even I wanted to see them in the European competition in the next season. Like we strive to see AC Milan back into the Champions League next season. So we might see some surprise if City don't keep up with the consistency that they have at the moment. They might just fall apart to the team next to them, like United or Leicester or Liverpool or Spurs or even West Ham or Aston Villa. So they have to do everything to keep the points raising up till May. Till April probably.
Right, that's interesting. Okay, let's just jump through the comments quickly before I get someone else's view on this. Ahmad Hafiz was just in the show. Hafiz, thanks for continue watching us. City is so powerful right now. Fodder this class, yes. Shankar goes on and says City's title to lose. The found 14 wins in a row. For me, it's decided. Kishan, title already decided. City will win it. Not good enough. The oil merchant will spend money. Oh, Justin's also. City is so impressive. False nine, great system. Centre back stepping up. He will always improve his player. Cancelo, Gundogan, Rodri, Zingen. Go. Feel for them all became better players this season. Very true. But there's a contradicting one from Tanabal, thanks for watching, mate. Maybe not yet. 96. Kevin Keegan led the table by 11 points. Then United came back and won with Newcastle. The Stan calling me right-footed bullet. My 2 cents remaining of this season, damage control, don't give up, keep pressing at the top, minimum Champions League qualification, consider it this season, get prepared for 21-22. Okay, Josiah, do you think the season is ended already? The title is done, it's now just fighting for the remaining European position.
I personally don't believe so. Even though I know at this current moment, City has been amazing. I think I watch them every single week just to see the way what Pep Guardiola is going to do. You might be ready for Sterling to start up front. All of a sudden, Foden will be in the middle. It's so interesting in terms of the way he rotates the team, and I like the fact that the wing backs like Cancelo and both of them come into the midfield. It's so nice to see that whole formation coming up towards the attack. So if you see on current form, they are actually there for the title. Like what you guys said, February is a super crucial month, and I think if he can pull it through, which I believe City will do it. The one thing in difference this season is the defense. The defense has been solid as rock. That gives a lot of confidence on the attacking side. So Stones has been excellent. Diaz has been a revolution in defense. So these are something that City has not been after Vincent Company leaving them, and a lot of them have stepped up the game. So they look like the super favorites to be there, and I feel I can answer you this coming March after seeing the 4 to 5 games, and I'm pretty sure we will get the season wrapped up by then.
All right, that's a very interesting view.
I
I mean,
mean,
yes,
I
play
mean, it'll be crucial. I mean, I just want to add to Joshua. It will be crucial for Manchester City to actually keep their players fit, given that they have Champions League games coming up. If they progress into the Champions League this season, oh, it's going to be a very tough one to actually predict whether they can actually keep their players fit. And if if they tend to lose like one or two key players or keep losing key players, like what happened to Liverpool. So it's going to be a interesting things to see right after February, like what Joshua said.
all right, Dave. I mean, yeah, talking about keeping players fit and key players. Mohan, do you think that will be the thing? Pep, I mean, Pep has not won the Champions League after Barcelona, and he came to City mainly to win the Champions League too. So, do you think he will
Yes.
be going for the Champions League more than regaining back the Premier League? Because
For
Premier League
him,
has
for
already won it.
sorry,
I mean, Premier League has already won it. So, would he focus more on the Champions League, and he might not want to push his full team for the league games? He might be focusing mainly only for the Champions League.
I don't think that's going to be the case. Knowing Pep, he's going to go for everything. Look at the season he won. He won a treble. This season he's on a quadruple, and with Pep, there's no looking back. It's every cup is a must win for him. And it's a strangely this is a very kind of different season this year because all the teams have been playing at least 2 matches every week. So with the Champions League being reintroduced in the next stage, it's going to be a similar effect. It's going to be 2 games a week as well. But the crunch is there are going to be a lot of postponed games, one because of the FA Cup and the League Cup final, and that's when uh, he may have issues with his team selection. But one thing with Pep Guardiola is he is. I see a lot of similarity in the way he and Alex Ferguson have managed their teams. For them, they have got a system, and any player that he has can fit into any role. They can play multitude of roles. And like Alex Ferguson, every season he buys 1, 2 new players. They come in and they just fit into the team perfectly, be they be forward, midfield, or defense. And that's basically it. And if City, if any team as I see it, is going to push City to the limit, in my mind, it's going to be Liverpool. Because Liverpool definitely have got a better all-round team compared to all others.
Yeah. City, I mean, how do you say about Guardiola and Ferguson? I can say there are similarities on them because the way that Guardiola plays, he somehow, I mean, this season, for example, when Aguero and Jesus was out, all of us were like, City got no number 9. City are
Exactly.
gone. We all were like, okay, Aguero is not there. No one to score. He can't play with Sterling. Doesn't suit playing the number 9 role. They struggled, but you can see second half somehow he already made them to blend, and they're playing now another dimension of football. Mahrez
Absolutely.
comes in here, the fluidity is there. It's like,
and look at the goals that they are scoring. It's coming from all over. So they
yeah,
don't need an actual number 9. Right? And look at Gundogan scoring the first 2 goals against Liverpool the other day as well. And then you get Raheem Sterling. And the goals are being spread around, and they just do not seem to have any issue with regards to scoring goals. That's the nice part. And their football is a delight to watch as well.
Yep.
Yes.
yes, a delightful football to watch, but we hope to have a delightful title running by them dropping point. It
No,
might be
but
very
No, we're
but
not.
then
Actually, we're
this
not.
is actually England. And in
Yes.
England, you can never ever say one team is a sure winner.
Correct.
Because you can get Sheffield United going to Manchester City next week, and they
Yes.
will knock them off their horses. That's for me. That's England, and it's never gonna change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the part about England is the gap between. You can't say there's a huge gap between the teams. I mean, anyone can come and just give you the underdog. Someone will just give you a shocking result.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just look the team number 20, team number one when they are on the pitch. There's no difference. Nobody is
Yeah, team
overwhelming
number
them.
20 did beat the team in number one this season.
Yeah.
That's right.
It happened.
Yeah, and it happens. Always happens, and it happens most during the Christmas and Easter periods.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, but Mohan, there's a comment from Sena. I say, except last season, Mohan, a sure winner was clear. Hey, no. Last year, you guys were running like nobody's business. You guys opened a turbo, I think. So I think engine a bit need to overhaul this year already. A bit got some damage. Too much of firepower put already inside. So
See,
kena,
it's too much of asking, man.
No,
yes.
but then again, I think they have been rather unfortunate in terms of injuries as well. So sometimes, however good you may be, the number of injuries Liverpool have had is quite amazing this season.
Yep.
Thank you, Mohan. At least that doesn't sound like excuses. This
No,
is
no.
beyond
Your
excuses.
to be honest,
Exactly.
right, your injuries is the one that is killing the team because yes, everyone have said that simplest injury is Van Dijk. Van Dijk got injured. Everyone said Fabinho came in sorted defense role, but the problem was Fabinho was your linchpin in your midfield. Losing him, you had nobody playing that role, and now bringing back Hendo to the central defense, you pull off two of your hardworking midfielder that been running and bossing the midfield for you. So your
Yep.
game plan totally changed, and you can't accept the likes of Keita or Milner or someone to replicate what these two boys has been doing. So injuries has taken on the team, but yeah, your injuries this year just was memang how do I say buta.com don't know which level lah. Like back to back, one come back, one more further out, one come back, one more further out. But maybe
Yep.
in a good way, you can say it could be a learning. I mean, lesson in disguise or what for Klopp. Maybe he knew moving forward, he needs to have more squad depth. He needs to get the more game time. Need to rotate. So we might see a different way of Klopp approaches the new season. And let's see how it goes. But yeah, up next is game week 24. I think Jose will be one of the most excited. Leeds taking on Arsenal.
Yes.
I mean, what's the
Interesting.
time to go and beat them?
And I think they're
Yeah.
adding to this fixture as favorites.
Yes.
Yeah. With Leeds going there with the current, I think there's a little bit of a spark recently. With Leeds getting a clean sheet, giving a
Bamford is calling back. That's the main spark.
yeah, yes. That I think probably I told you guys from the start. The whole season we will be doing this, and you don't expect a lot of draws from us. It's just either you win much and then you lose much. It's going to be that kind of season that we are expecting. But something that I saw improvise throughout the last few games is our away we sort of do well under Vesla style, but home we had a struggle for a few months. But so with Arsenal, if you ask me, I hope we can win them. They are having a bit of how do you say a short form of or lost form past few games. So we definitely very looking forward for this match, especially after getting a good result yesterday against Crystal Palace. So I'm really looking forward for game week 24.
Yeah, because you guys beat them, you go 4 points clear with one game in hand.
Yeah.
And I think Justin just came here and just nailed it. Belsa gonna send Arteta back.
Well, that could be true though.
Then Sena goes on and say, "Nice one, man versus boy." But yeah, it'd be very interesting to see how the way Belsa is going and the way how the league is shaping up.
Yeah.
You guys are there to go for an European spot because if you win your game in hand, you're 35 points. You're only 5 points off the Champions League position.
Yep.
Five points of Liverpool. 5 points of Liverpool.
Wow. That's interesting actually, because uh, I think there's a bit of a good form at this current moment with Rafinha. Rafinha has been amazing for the past few games. Harrison on so our wings left and right has been really on fire currently, feeding a lot for Bamford, which he misses a lot, but he scores for us all the crucial goals that we needed. Uh, he was someone that I had a doubt at the start of the season, knowing after championship that we went through him, whether he's that a 20 goal guy a season. But looking at him now with his confidence level going up, uh, and our wingers especially are doing a great job with Harrison scoring, Rafinha assisting. It's super exciting. The only thing that we have always our biggest problem will be our defense, um, which we are quite aware, and like what you all highlighted just now, from Liverpool. Liverpool has a lot of defensive injuries, and they have. I feel they have coped well, even though with the expectation of the title, but they have actually done a good job. Yes, three in a row at home is not going to be easy, but it's something that we even in Leeds, our centre backs are really struggling at this current moment with two of them out, our main centre backs, So yeah,
Yeah, Kishan has came out and said Rafinha is a transfer target for
ah,
Liverpool.
Yes.
I,
Link
I
with
I'm just
Liverpool.
speaking to the guys over with our Leeds supporters club Malaysia. We were having this thing. I think Rafinha has to do another 5-year contract just to make sure these big boys don't come and steal him next season. Because this is definitely going to be something. I feel if you do a total comparison, Rafinha and Richardson's from Everton. Uh,
Yeah.
Barca at one point told that Richardson would cost them about 80 million or something on the transfer market. But Rafinha, when we got him at 18 million, he looks like a player can be easily at a big number because the fact of the way he's playing. So I really hope Liverpool, these rumors are just away, and I hope this guy stays with us because we really need this kind of quality. He's really top class for me. Yeah.
But
That is
Josia, the Liverpool scouts were there at Allen Road yesterday.
Yep.
The
That's
Liverpool
where
scout
I
was
think
there.
that's where I think the rumors have already started, because one of the pundits that always follow has actually highlighted this. Liverpool is definitely scouting someone
Yes.
in Leeds. Yeah, so I don't know. It could be. I really hope this doesn't happen. But the fact that he just came in, uh, he was in a Champions League team and he wanted to come and play for Leeds under Vesla. I feel there's a strong connection there. To steal him from us is probably not going to be easy, but you never know how you big boys come and bully us always, man.
oh,
Kitchen is on fire.
uh, Wah,
Hmm.
Justin came out and said they're not scouting Rafinha, they're scouting Belsa.
Oh,
Come on.
that's too harsh. That's too harsh on Jurgen Klopp,
That's
man.
too harsh,
That's too
Jasmine.
harsh on Jurgen Klopp.
Bro, that's too harsh on us too, man. How do we
That's too
feel?
harsh on Leeds. That's too harsh on Bielsa. That's too harsh on Jurgen Klopp.
Yes.
I believe he was just joking about it. I think
Yeah.
Liverpool are very serious. They are really serious on Rafinha because I think Salah badly need a competitor in the team. I think a
Yep.
left footer, right winger. We need someone to actually push Salah to another level. I think he's been
Yep.
lacking that for the past 2-3 seasons. He know that he's the definite starter in that position, and that's
Mm.
why his performance not always consistent. He will have the level of performance for few games and then drop. Even though his stats shows that he's still the top scorer in the league, and you can't judge him based on that. We know that Salah for the past 2 seasons is way off his absolute best for what Salah actually showed in his first season and second season, and what he showed for the last 2 seasons. I mean,
Yeah,
you can't compare that at all.
correct.
For
Talking about
sure.
Rafinha,
Hmm.
do you think Poa he will pull off a villain like how Sina mentioned? Liverpool will beat medical at first, then goes to Chelsea. Mohan,
Chelsea is a possibility because doesn't matter because they have this
What?
pulling power.
Yeah.
They will somehow get the players. I believe they will finish top four. I think of all the clubs you mentioned here, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea is one club that could pay whatever the player demand. The weekly wages. The problem with Liverpool is the weekly wages. I think that's what dented us from signing Timo Werner. That's another part. I think Chelsea is paying 200,000, if not mistaken, 200,000 weekly for Werner. That's something that we couldn't afford. Even Spurs would struggle to do that. So yeah, Rafinha could do a Willian 2.0. It could end up at Chelsea, but Chelsea have Ziyech. So I don't think they will go for Rafinha at the moment. Chelsea
yeah,
have enough players, as I said earlier. Chelsea has enough players at their disposal, in my opinion. They just need to get the tactics right, the right players, the starting 11, and slowly moving to next season, the style of play, like what Brother Mohan said just now, he's not impressed with how Chelsea playing at the moment, but the results coming their way. This season is all about results for them. They finished top four, it's a successful season, and then they go again next season. Next season, we all know that Chelsea will be one of the contender for the league.
yeah. I
Yep.
mean, I do agree. But coming back to Arsenal against Leeds, Jose, what do you think will be the how will you all approach the game? I know Bielsa doesn't going to come approach the same way like how you always do.
Yeah. Um,
Uh,
in my opinion, we will definitely go on attack for sure. That's 100% true. But I feel it's a lot of at this current defensive line. I don't know if David Luiz will be back or is he a straight rate for that particular match that
wait,
he got.
not reverse.
So he probably won't come in.
Be
So
back.
defensively, I think we and Leno also was injured, if I'm not mistaken. Um, we should be able to score goals against them. The only question now, the midfield battle, it could be an interesting thing to see between both sides. So us conceding. I feel sometimes we'll do great, sometimes not. But like I said, away match, we will definitely be the stronger ones to get a good result. But no, so I'm very confident with us beating Arsenal this weekend.
What's your scoreline like?
This is always I always go above the rest normally, but well, I'm going to go for 3-1 Leeds United.
What
Who?
interesting. Mohan, what do you think? Do you think that the Leeds boys have what it takes to take on the Arsenal, or Arsenal might show up back and upset it?
On current form, it should be Leeds United on a platter. I don't see Arsenal even come close to Leeds. But then again, like I said, in English football, anything is possible. Like Arsenal were in the dumps, came to met Chelsea and dumped Chelsea. So there you go. It can always happen. But my take is Leeds should win. Leeds should win.
Okay, interesting. Just
This
say
guy
we
is
have a
always.
bet here from Sena. 2-3, you buy him a Johnny Double Black if it happens.
Done deal, bro. Done deal. All right.
Okay, that's you, Sena. Dave, what about you? Is it straightforward Leeds?
Now, I'm gonna give a benefit of doubt for Arsenal because they had a recent slump. They had a difficulty to get into a consistency. This would be a crucial match for them. But I'm not writing off Leeds at the moment. But I actually like the way actually Leeds playing at the moment. They're pushing higher. They are actually energetic. I mean, the dimension and the dynamic of the ball moving up to the attacks is just fun to watch. But if Arsenal has their defense sorted out before this Leeds game, I mean they are in a safe zone. But if they don't, then it's actually it's going to go all against Arsenal, and Leeds gonna capitalize any sort of mistakes happens in the game, and I would actually give my prediction to Leeds United win the match on the weekend.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's. Okay, I mean, if aside from this game, I mean, if I give you all to pick, who you all think is another big game in this week?
City against Spurs. It's going to be a crucial match for them. I think another one will be Liverpool and Leicester City,
Yeah, Leicester,
and
Liverpool.
yeah, and Chelsea Newcastle going to be very interesting as well. Newcastle is just right on the form. I mean, so it's going to be interesting. I mean, all these top boys will have a difficult game, especially City, especially City, especially Man City.
City playing Al-Ittihad. I don't think so. There'll be a problem. Do you?
See, it's going to be a test of their integrity of having the consistency for the next 5 games. As I tell you, the next 5 games gonna determine their season. So they have to be at top notch playing football and win the game. So Man City Spurs is going to be the highlight of the season. I mean this weekend.
All right, Mohan. Do you think that Man City Spurs can pull an upset?
On balance of play, I'll go for City.
City.
On current
Say-
form and balance of play. But then again, Spurs are back with Kane returning from injury.
Yep,
And
Kane is back.
Yeah, and the deadly duo scored again. Oh,
Yep,
so
correct.
right. So you have a match on your hands. I think the two good matches on the weekend is the Liverpool, Leicester, City, Spurs game.
Yes.
And even the midweek Everton City.
Everton City, yes.
Yep, it's going to
Yes,
be a
yeah.
interesting one to watch as well.
Yeah.
Kishan has taken a cheap one with City. Easy game for City without fans. Oops, they don't have fan. I mean, quite true, right? I mean, to be honest,
They don't
when
even need fans to
top,
win games.
Liverpool were top, or even Chelsea were top, you can see noise. You can hear noise. Even when Leeds came back to the Premier League, you could hear noise. City came back to the top, but no one knew, like, there was no noise. There were no rumbles. Like, we are at the top of the
But
table.
you have to understand that probably the base is not big in Malaysia. Probably they are, but we have not seen them. But I mean, around the world, it is not a big base for them actually. So you don't hear much voice out there.
Yeah. Josiah, for you, also straightforward City victory, or you think Mourinho might do an upset there?
Well, I feel I don't know. This is something I feel. I feel City might not. I feel it's going to be probably a draw game by the way Mourinho is going to do a defensive line to just get a point in Etihad. That's what probably the way Mourinho style approach. So I feel it could be a upset and or maybe a Spurs draw. I'm not going to go for City on this particular week. I don't know. This is just a feeling that I have. You know?
Oh, I'll be very happy if City drop
If
point. If
no,
City
no. I would be very disappointed if City drop points moving forward, because that's where the regret comes from Liverpool side. I mean, we fans would be very disappointed if that happens. I don't want to end up in a situation where Liverpool regret for not beating City.
Yeah.
You know, like, and end of the day, we finish the season second to City. Let's say this is just a situation. If let's say end of the season we finish runner up with a gap of only 5-6 points, that would be really painful. Trust me, it would be really painful for not beating City at home, for losing to Burnley at home, for losing to Brighton at home. I don't want to end in that situation. For me, the league is over. City has to go on and win the league, and I think they will do. If they can beat Liverpool at Anfield, they can do the same to Everton at Goodison Park. For me, they're gonna beat Everton. They're gonna beat Spurs. I don't see City drop many points moving forward.
Yeah.
I think they have learned to play without Kevin De Bruyne. They have learned to play without Kyle Walker. They have learned to play without Mendy. They have set.
Even Sergio
They have,
Aguero. Even without Aguero.
they have learned to play with a false nine already. Foden was
Yep.
playing as a false nine.
Yep.
Mahrez no more as 90 minutes player. They
Yep.
have ample of, as Mohan
Options.
said, the best footballing side in the country. Not only this season for me, even when Liverpool won the league last season, for me, City played the better football. We
Yep.
probably played the most effective football, and that eventually were fruitful to us, and we won the league. But for me, ever since Pep Guardiola took over City, and for the last 4 seasons, the reason why City always there, top two, champion, runner-ups, is the main core thing in my opinion is their football, their philosophy, the attacking football. He never set his team to even draw a game, to go for a
No.
draw.
No.
You
Yep.
see what happened in the Liverpool game. Jurgen Klopp, after we equalized through the penalty, through the soft penalty, I have to say this, through a soft penalty, it was indeed like a lifeline for us, and we all thought the Liverpool were gonna come back. But what Jurgen Klopp did, he took off our best player in attacking position,
Yep.
Jones,
Yep.
and he
Good.
put
Yeah.
on Milner. That was so negative. You can't see this with Pep
Okay.
Guardiola.
Puah, going to interrupt kejap. To those guys are watching, these are just a preview for this week's Cop Talk. This is just teaser coming out now. Watch the main show this Sunday.
somebody
You get the full release.
Now somebody please don't trigger me. I'm still fuming. I'm still fuming. This is why City is sitting top of the league.
Yeah. Yeah. I
They
agree.
brought in Gabriel Jesus. They were going for the win. They, provided the situation, Gundogan missed the penalty.
Yep.
At any other given situation, the momentum would swing to the opponent team. We would expect the opponent will come back to another goal and hurt them for missing the penalty. But what happened on Anfield that day, it's a total opposite. Despite missing that penalty, Gundogan he was mentally all right. He was mentally all right. The City players were mentally all right. I think this would drive them towards winning the league title. I think as what Dave have said to me personally or in our group chat, by beating Liverpool last season 4-0 after Liverpool already sealed the league at Etihad, I think they set the warning already there. They set the message there clearly. We will be back next season, and they did.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
did. Even though I have to admit that by topping the league during Christmas period, Liverpool bottled it.
Yep.
We bottled it. We always do during Christmas period. I think this is the third time we gonna bottle it after leading the table during Christmas time. It's hurting. It's really hurting. I'm angry. I'm fuming. Uh, but I gotta give it to City, man. City deserved it. I love their football. They're delightful to watch. You can see the champion stuff. Their champion stuff. I think brother Mohan still remember how City came to Stamford Bridge and totally dismantled Chelsea. I think that was
Exactly.
the turning point. That was the turning point. And somewhere there during that week, Liverpool drew with West Brom at home and drew at Newcastle. I think that's where the table turned. The table
Yep.
swing that, and City go on with a 14 win in a row. The only goal they concede, I think it's a penalty or own goal. That's how crazy it is.
Yeah, guys. This is just a teaser for what you all heard from Puah. Full video, I tell you all, tune into Cop Talk.
Do you want me to add?
You
Do you
get
want me to
a-
add something on top of what Pua said? No, it's going to be. It's not going to be thrilled. We keep it for Cop Talk.
Yes, yes.
Sena, Sana mine. Let's pass. Goes on. Amazing from Puah, on fire, top notch, preach it, mate. Yes. Continue it on Sunday. Passionate Puah. I mean, yes, City, Foden, Cancelo, Diaz. They are
Yes.
madness. And
Yes.
guys, we are also madness. We have reached 1 hour and 40 minutes with the show. Supposed
Yes.
just to be a 60 minutes. I mean, it's been fantastic. So we hope to see. We got the Aston Villa Reds inside. I mean, like how Josh, yeah, we got you guys in. I mean, it's
Okay, man.
fun to see fans from all over. Then, Mohan, let's hope see Chelsea comes back.
Yep,
City
certainly.
neutral fans, neutral fans want to see them dropping point because we want to see an end to wire right to the top title race. Leeds are back. I mean, this is getting one of the most interesting season.
No, without probably the next fans that we should find into the show is the Oxford United fans, if we can.
Oxford. Okay, I mean, we are having some fans from next week from the Hammers.
Wow, wow.
So that must West
Okay,
Ham, yeah.
Yes. So those guys are watching us. Tune in next week. We have some interesting fan. I'm not going to reveal another club. We have two coming in. Not from the blue, not from the norm. Watch and tune in. So I'm going to end the show, guys. But before I end it, I'm just going to click on a favor from all of y'all. Do continue supporting us. Please follow our pages. Please like it, share it to your friends, and also continue subscribing to it. Just let us know, and it's a show by the fans, actually, to be very honest to everyone. So if any one of y'all who wants to come in to be a part of the show, just let us know. We value everyone's opinion. There's no one is right or no one is wrong. So just buzz us. We'll be very happy to have y'all come in, and please follow Footy Talk. We have another show out this Friday. Dave will be there under rumors as it. Devil's Den is back on Saturday 5:30, and Cop Talk full version of War will be out on Sunday 5:30 p.m. Continue watching. We not here signing off with Pua, Josiah, Dave, and Mohan. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Enjoy the FA Cup. Ciao.
Cheers.
Oh yeah,
now
Yes,
give your prediction for FA Cup.
FA Cup. I already told you that I'm getting famous inside, right? So that's why they're coming in. They are beating United.
Oh. West Ham beating United. Okay, we shall see.
yeah, I'm
Moyes,
gonna watch that as well. I'm gonna watch that as well.
Moyes needs a consolation, so let him get a consolation there.
All right.
All right, ciao guys.
Ciao.
All
Good
right,
night.
guys.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Cheers.
Good night.